Welcome to Dr. Whee's math class. Alright, I have a question here to do. Now in order to do this question, I need to follow a rule, a set of rules, in order to get it correct. Right? This rule is called order of operations. What it means is that if you look at this question here, we have a bunch of expression or operators that we need to do. And now the question is, which one should we do first? Should we do division first, or squared first, or do inside the bracket first, or add first? So which one should we do first? Right? If everybody do it differently, different steps, we're going to get a different answer. So we have to have a set of rules that everybody follow exactly the same way, and we'll still get the same answer at the end. So what is this rule called? You might have heard of it. It's called BEDMAS rule. Okay, it was an acronym that stands for B for bracket. You want to do the bracket first. Okay, so that's number 1. 2, E, okay, this one here is exponent, and as well as expression. Now why I said that is because there is other expressions other than exponent, right? An operator other than exponent, which could be, for example, you might have seen this one, square root, right? Or cube root, okay? Or even this operator or expression, factorial, okay? Exclamation mark, but it's in math it means factorial. So we're not going to deal with this for now. We're going to focus on exponent, and then later on, if we come across this expression or operator, we're going to follow that. Okay, so just remember it stands for exponent and expression. Then we have DM, which stands for, so that's number 2 here. Number 3, division. Okay, so D for division, and then M for multiplication. Alright, now it doesn't matter which order you do it in. The most important is that you had to start from left to right. Okay, so for example, if you see the division on the left, you do that first. If you see multiplication on the left, you do that first. And lastly, we have AS, which stands for addition and subtraction. Okay, same here, from left to right. What I mean by that, again, if you see addition on the left, you do that first. If you see subtraction on the left, starting from the left, you do that first. Okay, so remember that. We're going to write the acronym right here, BEDMAS, right? And we're going to follow this step by step from bracket all the way to addition and subtraction. So let's do this question together. Okay, as you can see, this question here, what we're going to do is follow the BEDMAS rule, starting with B for bracket. Okay, so we have a bracket here. We're going to look inside that bracket, and we notice it's 4 minus 2. So we want to do that first. So 4 minus 2 is 2. Okay, I'll leave the bracket in there for now. Now notice I'm doing it step by step to show you what I'm doing first. I normally do this in one step or several shorter steps, but just to show you how it goes. Okay, so we have 2. That's done now. So 2. The next step is the exponent. So we have here 2 squared. So you want to do that second. Okay, so 2 squared is 4. This times, right? Okay, so we did that, and then division and multiplication. Notice I have division and multiplication and another division. So from left to right. So we have left side division is 4 divided by 4 will give you 1. And then you have multiplication and then division. So we have 2 times 3 was 6 and over 5. Okay, now we can divide 5 into 6, but now that will give us a decimal if you want to convert into a decimal, or you can have a mixed fraction. But we'll just leave that for now. Okay, and then we have adding and subtracting. So we have to add 1 plus 6 over 5. Now, if you can recall, and if you don't know, I'm going to show you later on how to convert a fraction into a mixed fraction. So we have 6 over 5. Okay, so we have this improper fraction. We're going to convert into a mixed fraction, which, if you break it down, it'd be like 5 over 5 plus 1 over 5. Okay, so let me show you. 6 over 5 is 5 over 5 plus 1 over 5. Okay, notice 5 over 5 is 1. And we have 1 plus 1 and 1/5. That gives you 2 and 1/5. So the answer is 2 and 1/5. So we follow addition, and it works out quite well for us. Alright, so that's the BEDMAS rule, and this is how you go about and approach this question. I have 2 more questions and then maybe a bonus question for you. Okay, let's do those. Okay, here's another question. So let's start with this here. And the BEDMAS rule is right here, the acronym. We're going to do that right now. First is the bracket. We notice here a bracket 12 minus 3. So we do that. So 12 minus 3 give us 9. Okay, we're going to do step by step here. Okay, bracket's done. Next is exponent. I notice here we have exponent 9 squared. That gives you 81. Again, I'm just going to show you step by step. Division and multiplication. So we notice you have division first, another division, and then divided by number 6. So let's do this first division. 81 divided by 9 gives you 9. And then we have 9 divided by 3. That gives you 3. Okay, so we did division. Good. Next thing is, I notice subtraction. Now, here's the thing though. Every time you see an expression divided by, like over this bar line here, 6, did you not, you might not know this, but there is actually an invisible bracket inside this expression here. So whenever time you see a number and then a line which is divided by 6, it's assumed that you know that there's an invisible bracket. That means you have to do this first in order to divide it by 6. Okay? So in this case, there is a bracket between the 9 minus 3. Okay? So 9 minus 3, do that first. Okay? So we have 9 minus 3. Now notice we're going back to that bracket first. Inside that bracket is 9 minus 3, which is 6. And 6 over 6 is 1. So the answer is 1. This is not as obvious, okay? So be careful with this one. You don't do 9 divided by 6 and then minus 6 divided by 3. You actually do whatever in the numerator or expression first, because there's an invisible bracket there, and do those operations first, in this case subtraction, and then divide by the number below the denominator. So it's a 6. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. Okay, let's do another question. Okay, so we have a second question here. Again, we're going to follow the BEDMAS rule. First thing is bracket. We have a bracket here and then bracket there. So we're going to do that first. So 3 plus 7 is 10. And then we have 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, remember we're going to follow step by step here. Next step is the exponent. We have exponent here we got to do. Okay, I can just leave the bracket out now because there's no need there. There's nothing other than 10. Okay. Oh, and there's exponent there as well. So 2 cubed is 8. 2 times 2 times 2. Okay. And then 9 squared is not 3 times 3 is 9. Okay. So we did division, exponent. The next step is division. I see division and multiplication. Again, we want to start from left to right. So 10 divided by 5 gives you 2. 8 times 9 is 72. Now you could have done 8 divided by 8 will give you 1 times 1 times 9 is 9. Okay. Remember, if you have multiplication and division together, you can do in any order you want. But anyway, I'm going to follow the BEDMAS rule for now, and it's going to be multiplication and then division. Okay, so multiplication 72 over 8. Okay, now we have adding. Now still we have this division here. We want to go and do the division first. So 72 divided into 8 is 9. Okay, so 2. Now we have addition. 2 plus 9 is 11. So the answer is 11. All right, let's do the bonus question. Okay, so here's the bonus question. The reason it's a bonus question, you have this operator that you might not have seen before, square root. And remember, it's part of the expression. Okay, so there we go. Let's do this. Brackets first. So we have a bracket. The bracket inside that bracket, we have this expression, square root. So you want to do the square root first. And inside the square root, there is a number. Now, every time you see the square root inside a number, there is an invisible expression we call there a bracket. Okay, there's a bracket inside that square root. So you want to do the subtraction first, and then you square root the number. Okay, so every time you have this square root and an expression in there, imagine there's an invisible bracket. So you want to do that and get out of the way. Okay, so here we go. So 14 minus 9 gives you 9. Okay. And there's another bracket here we want to do first as well. So we have 10 squared, which 10 times 10 is 100. 100 minus 91. Okay, so want to do that. Remember the exponent before the subtraction, we do 100. Let me just do it one step, okay, at a time here to show you. So 100 minus 91. There, so. And then we're gonna okay, hold on, give me a second here. Notice this is still inside this bracket, so square root of 9 is a 3. Okay, there we go. And we have 100 minus 91, that gives you 9. Okay, so then we follow the bracket and we going to do the exponent now. So 3 squared is 9. 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 squared is 81, or 9 times 9 is 81. Okay, and division, there's no division here. Adding or subtracting, so we have subtraction. Oh, we have division here, I forgot. See, 81 divided by 9, that gives you 9. Then 81 divided by 9 is 9. And then subtraction is next. Okay, so we have division and then subtraction. 9 minus 9 is 0. There we go, the answer is 0. Whoa, this expression is 0? Yep. Okay, thanks for watching. Next time we'll do some other type of operation. Now I'm going to post up some of the rule of operation set of questions for you, and you can download and do them, and then later on I will post the answer for you guys.